We're Victor, Joanna and William, and we live on narrowboats. Last year we opened one of them as a cafe, and now we're making a few improvements as we prepare for another year cruising around the Great British Canals making coffee and cakes. Join us now as we make mess and mistakes. We're going to replace some of these battery cables trapped in the jaws of the unforgiving crimp tool. Crimped to within an inch of its life. That crimp we put on there, that cable had the wrong size hole in it. The holes what sort of go on the terminals and stuff on the other end, so I've come up here and dragged this box full of old electrical stuff that we had left over from doing Holly the first time. It weighs a ton. It will just be handy. I'll have all the bits up there then for any eventuality. I'll see if I've got the right crimp in there and we'll just cut that one off and do it again. But it's going to be interesting getting this box in the canoe. The race is long, my friend. What we're doing is replacing the cables that go from the starter battery to the engine, because the old ones were pretty pooped. But the aim of the game when you're doing this is just not to drop anything. Otherwise it rattles, you hear a little rattle and then you never see it again. I get confused with my lefty loosey righty tighty, then just slackened it off and then just tightened it back on and couldn't understand why it wasn't coming off. Out with the old. On with the new. Oh yes. This is all the kind of stuff that's like really behind the scenes, you know, like I don't think anybody's going to come to the cafe and be like, oh, those boys did a real good job on those starter battery cables. I'll have a coffee. But it's just nice. It's nice to have it in the back of your mind that it's all been done. Right. And you'd never know that we were ever there. A lot better, isn't it? How are you guys getting on?
Good, pretty warm. I ramped up the fire till I dry all this washing. But we're pretty good.
You okay? Yeah. Lunchtimes are a pretty serious affair around here. We don't mess around. It's pretty good looking loaf, I'd say.
It looks cracking, that does.
I like that, yeah.
I almost feel his annoyance, you know, when you go to like wipe his nose, and like when you were little and your mum would be like, right,
yeah, and it's like,
and just be like, I can't do it to him. Oh yes. That's delicious, thank you.
Homemade bread and cheese comes.
Day 2. The day we drill holes in the side of the boat.
No going backwards.
It's always handy to have a canoe. Nice! That's the pilot hole done. Hello! That was easy.
Hi there!
What do you think of the hole?
Is that the new hole?
Yeah.
Wow. Right.
That's easy. Two holes Both alike in dignity. I go really, really slowly with this. I like to sort of imagine that each like micro millimetre that you're putting in, you're carving in some new thread. That's the name of the game of tapping. You're carving in new thread so that you can put a bolt in there, and it basically like gives the inside of the hole like as if it's the inside of a nut. It's got some thread on it for the bolt to thread into. But they're famous for snapping off. I skipped a few stages before I should
Are you holding the outside if I push this on?
There we go.
Drop it in the drink.
That's basically the end result of the whole day. Those two bits of metal sticking out of two holes in the side of the boat.
Bit of a slobber man today.
Yeah, isn't it?
Need to put a little clap there, yeah.
Yeah, he seems pretty happy with it though.
Yeah.
Oh. What are you guys up to today?
Well, we might just go for another walk. Order of the day.
He loves to walk.
Yeah. As soon as you put him in this thing, he's like annoyed, and then you face him out and he's like, okay, I can do this. But don't you dare try and turn me around and make me sleep. Have you put the little, the brass thing? Is that on? Oh, they're
Yeah.
on. Oh, cool. I'll walk round tomorrow that way and
Admire.
inspect, actually.
Yeah. Right. But that's it for today. We're going to call it for day 2. We'll see you in a bit. Really late in the evening, I can hear William crying a little bit inside. But for the last job of the evening, I might just hump this diesel in.
We're rounding off the day with some playtime. It's nearly his bedtime, really. And what can only be described as a hash of a dinner. It's what we do when we're at a loss of what to make, and we just chop up all the veg, stick a couple of eggs on it, some avocado, and roast everything up.
Ready for David?
Daddy!
Come on, William, it's time we made a man of you, son. We'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Bye.
Day 3, and it's bring your baby to work day. We're just going to carry on. We're still installing that Webasto Herbispatcher, whichever, same thing basically. There's two different things, two different brands that make the same thing. Both of them quite fun to say. Webasto Herbispatcher, but it's a diesel heater basically, which burns a little bit of diesel to heat water or air. In this case water, and we're using that hot water to heat the hot water.
Another day, another dollar.
That's the thing, the Webasto Herbispatcher, Herbispatcher. But we're going to make a little bracket up for it today. Something to, not for the Webasto, but for the exhaust. Just to hold the exhaust in place and stuff. So that's what we're going to do out of an old piece of angle iron that DJ found in his van.
Inherited.
This is what's going to be the bracket. We just need to chop it up a bit. That's today's job.
Superb. beef.
Yeah. Where do you reckon it'll go like that? Sort of.
Yeah. What's it like for the top with
On my flanges.
your flanges? You be careful with your flanges.
It sort of sits clear on my flanges, but
Yeah.
I did cut it off.
Just want to neaten it up a bit.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Drilling Through Steel. I'm gonna need it.
And breathe.
David's developed an all-weather system.
Got to keep dry, kid.
Bolts are in. There's my little stand for the exhaust then. This is my exhaust pipe that's got to do the job of bop out of the heater thing, bang, this end into the exhaust silencer, and then if I can, with this little scrap bit, out of the silencer and out the side of the boat. But we'll see how we go. I'm not really too optimistic about that. It's got to do like a crazy bend to get there. So we'll chop it in half and see how we go. That's it, that's the first phase of the exhaust from the heater to the silencer complete.
There he is in there. The king of comfort. Foot on the ceiling. He does look really comfortable, that does it? Living the dream.
That's pretty good, isn't it?